So Tether got reworked. Now the big question that everyone is asking is it a nerf or is it a buff? Or maybe it's neither. Let's find out. Here we are at H2 Cloud with the Shield of Ire and Mag Prime. So basically the way Tether works now is you find a bunch of enemies as per usual, like so, and then we're going to tether these enemies. So in tethering these enemies together, they're now going to take increased turret damage. Now we're going to kill at least one of them. Now when they die, they do an explosion and then they do a lot of damage with that explosion. So let's try and tether some more enemies. Like so. Now as you saw there, a couple of explosions and then suddenly everyone is dying left, right and center. So that's basically how Tether works. You destroy a couple of enemies and suddenly everyone is dying. So to some extent, Tether still has that kind of explosive damage that it used to have, just not as easy to activate explosive damage. So it's not like a one-stop shop for all your explosive damage anymore. I don't know why that's not working. But you can still see that the chain reaction that's coming from these explosions is of course really, really strong. Oh, that wasn't going to hit. Odd. So let's just kill this Outrider here. The old-fashioned way. Alright, there we go. So, let's see if we can find some more enemies. Now, with only these 3 enemies here, that's obviously not going to be a very good demonstration, but something like that is basically how that works. Now, obviously, like I said previously in a previous video, a Tether Seeker Volley combo could be really, really strong. So let's activate Dispensary. And here we go. See, because one of those fighters died whilst being tethered, it exploded, which then caused a lot of other enemies to die because of the explosion. So there's a bit of a chain reaction going on there, actually making the Tether Seeker Volley combo even stronger. So that is essentially how that works. We have another group of enemies right here. Let's see if I can group them together with the Tether. Ooh, I might be able to group quite a lot of them together. So you can see like the big explosions that are happening, that's pretty much a direct result of the Tether itself. So let's have a look at the Tether now from the dry dock, and we'll have a look at what I'm also using to make it stronger. Here we are in the dry dock with the Shield of Ire and the Mag Prime once again, and basically if we're going to use Tether, we're going to need to put it in our Battle Avionics for our Plexus. So here it is. It snares enemies, increasing their vulnerability to Railjack weaponry, mainly things like turrets, but as you can see with those stats right there, we do have an explosion damage of 3,185 as a direct result of using a not quite yet maxed out Z-key reactor. So that is of course why we are able to do a lot of extra damage from that particular thing. Now the max target used to be 10, that is apparently being nerfed down to 8, so that's essentially how that works. Apparently it used to do 10 at one point. The duration is going to remain the same for now because the Z-key reactor doesn't give extra duration, but otherwise you can see here we also have some bit of extra range coming from that reactor, as well as even more damage vulnerability for that particular Battle Avionic. So that is essentially it when it comes to the Tether. It is still a really, really powerful option. I don't think it's necessarily buffed nor nerfed per se. Maybe the damage was nerfed in the sense that it doesn't one-shot everything now, but that's okay. It used to not one-shot everything at H2 Cloud anyway, so I don't think that's changed at all. What seems to be the case now is just that it's a little bit more difficult to make work, but even then it is still a hilariously, ludicrously powerful option, especially if you're into turret gameplay. So I definitely recommend using the Tether as your Battle Avionic, as your offensive Battle Avionic, if you're trying to go for a full gunner play. But otherwise it's pretty much really, really straightforward to use anyway. It's just not as as straightforward to use, making it less overpowered than it used to be. So I would probably say it's in a good spot now. It was way too powerful before. It's been brought down a peg or two, and now it's in a good spot. I think it's going to be a-okay to still use. And of course, you can also pair it with Seeker Volley, making that particular combo even stronger. So let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Are you still going to use Tether? Despite the fact it's probably not as hilariously overpowered as it used to be. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoy this. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Railjack action, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.